What's up, YouTube? Back with another video. LA Mamba. It is December 24, 2024. It's Tuesday, 12 midday, and we're closed for the day. What's up, guys? Decided to close these days, which is the Eve, the Christmas Day, of course, and then on Thursday we're closed anyway, so we're closed. Well, pretty much decided to close today. It's, I've been closing for a few years on Christmas Day. I've only done it I think, to the best of my knowledge, I've only done it once, which started last year. It feels like I've done it like 2 years ago. I cannot remember, but to the best of my knowledge, well, people have told me that I only closed last year and Christmas Day, and that was it. Same thing on New Year's Day. We closed last year, New Year's Day. Before, I wouldn't close anything for years, many years. Forever, pretty much since I started working, I wouldn't close those days. It was always open, so we were open 365 in the past. But as you get older and as you need the money less, pretty much, you can have a little bit more days off. So as in the holidays, I think I closed on Thanksgiving Day. I'm pretty sure I did. I can't remember. I have really bad memory sometimes. This year, last year, I highly doubt I closed Thanksgiving Day. When I open, I just open like half day. I'll open to like 2 o'clock. But now, again, I get older and I need the money less, then I can close a few days more, right? More time off, which is a very good thing. And I'm just trying to say I love the tire shop business. I think it's very good when it comes to still opening one brand new. If we'll start all over again, 2025 now. I still think it's a great business. There's a ton of competition that's opening up. And, it's really how good you are when it comes to making business that will make the business work. Because there's been a lot of shops, there is a lot of shops that's been around for many years and they're slow, like really slow, and like can't even make payroll slow. They just need to hustle more. And I'm talking about the owner, because when the business goes down, it is what it is. But if you as the person hustles for new business, then you will make enough business to be profitable. And yeah, it's all you pretty much doing it. And yeah, of course your team knocks it out. You bring it in, your team knocks it out. But it's not like you don't have to do anything and business comes in automatically. It's where it doesn't come in automatically, and you hustle when it comes to marketing, bringing the business, because you're working hard, you're putting things on OfferUp, you're putting things on Marketplace, Facebook Marketplaces. You're doing whatever you gotta do to advertise. And when it comes in here, the person comes in there, and guess what? That is enough business to make the sale, or sales, and now you become profitable for the day. And then guess what? You gotta do it again the next day, and again, and that's a lot of hard work. I've done it for many years, and now that becomes okay. You're going back to being a hustler, right? You're not going back to like owning a business. You're going back to being a hustler. Hey, it is what it is, man. You want to be profitable, then you gotta do what you gotta do. Be profitable. If you don't care about it, then hey, who cares about it then? Like me, if I were not to be profitable, I'll be like, hey, I don't care. You know, I got enough income from real estate. I got enough savings so it doesn't matter right now. But now, if I want to be profitable, and I am so like that, then I would hustle hard. I would put ads. I would, you know, if I wanted to, I put up these freaking 265, 6018s. You know, I bought these things for like $50 each. I'll put them for like 125. And if someone wants to offer me whatever, 450 or whatever, I'll take it, you know? And the next one, and the next one, next one, just, you know, things you have laying around, right? These 205 5016s, Bridgestone. You know, I got these things again for like $45. I'll probably put them for like 90, 360. If someone comes in and offers me 320 or whatever, I'm taking them. You know, because that is where the stage you would be at if it's super slow. You know, it's not like it's busy. You don't got to move your price. Now it's slow. You got to hustle. Hey, please buy my tires. And I'll even give you a freaking price. Break. Then whatever. You know, I'll put like these stuff. I had those for a long time back there. Look at 195, 60, 16. I'll freaking market them for those Mazdas. I'll put them up hard marketing, and I'll get those things sold. You know, I'll put them for whatever, 400. And again, if someone offers me an offer of 350, give it to me. You know, come down. That's the type of hustle I'm talking about, where it's like, hey, you gotta do what you gotta do. Now you have some profit right there. You got some good amount of profit you have for your day, and then you know, whatever, you know, you can add another sale, or, you know, at the shop, if someone comes in and they offer you less for the tires that you normally, you know, hey, put your ego to the side and get that money, and, you know, become profitable. If you need it, you know, again, if you don't need it, then it's like, nah, I'll stick with my $400 price, and they leave. It's all good. Again, it's all good if you want to do that too. Just know that you can become profitable if you want to, and some people don't even care. Like, you know, you got so much money that it's not they have a lot of money. It's just that you have enough money that you don't have to do that. You know, you don't have to make the extra. You don't have to become profitable if you don't want to. On the slow times, on the slow days, because, you know, remember, there's not a lot of these slow days during the year that would happen, so you can take losses on those days, a few days throughout the year. For me, I haven't taken any losses, man. We're really busy that it's profitable every single day. I mean, I was on here and those people outside like trying to get in. You know, we're closed. I don't got nobody, just me and like street clothes, and I was just pretty much inside, like, you know, we're closed, like I was just inside. I didn't even come outside because people are gonna be like trying to convince you. I already know the story, by the way. When people are outside and, you know, trying to get work done, they're gonna try to convince you and try to convince you. I already know the story. It's not like they need something like, hey, please sell me a tire to go. No shop has it. That would be a different story, but it's never the case. It's always the case of you please help me and do my car now, because I'm here now and I need this work done and I have money. When it's like, we're closed. You know what I mean? Again, another one of those things where if you were in a negative the day before and you just happen to come in to clean, and then that shows up, you know, if you needed to be positive for that, you know, just get any kind of money in, oh yeah, you bring those people in, and I've done that, again, years and years. I've done that too, where it's like, hell yeah, you know, I make an extra $150 today for, like, you know, one sale. Let's do it, right? Again, it's all wherever you're at. And I love that we have that option, ladies and gentlemen. We have that option, right? Like, not too many businesses can say that sometimes, because they're not around long enough. And as you guys know, a lot of tire shops have been around for many years, because it's a very good business that has longevity, and you can actually get to that point eventually where it's like, you know, we don't have to become profitable. We don't want to. If we don't want to try to hustle because we're doing other things, right? We got family going on. We got this. I'm not gonna make the ads. It's just too much in the way if I make the ads. I must become negative. Just, you know, have my guys get paid. Make sure they're good, right? To keep them around because they're really good people. But we don't have to become profitable right now. We can, if I had a little bit more time, if I didn't have, you know, family things going wrong, if I didn't, you know, for me it's not like that. For me it's like I have a lot of real estate shit going on. I gotta get this paperwork done. I hate paperwork, by the way, as you guys know. I don't like paperwork, but it's like, you know, I gotta get this. Is way more important. You know what I mean? Like, this is way more important than becoming profitable for the day. If I was at that point, I gotta get this, and then and so you get the paperwork done. Then you're like, all right, you know, now what? You know, I gotta do this. Now I gotta go get these parts for my cars or whatever. You know. But I'm just, you know, blessed that we do have a lot of work, and that we, you know, not as much as before, but we still got a lot of work where, you know, it's not at the point where I hope it become profitable, you know. But anyways, happy holidays, everybody. It's a very good time to be around. You know, 2025 is the future. You know, a lot of people will be like, I never thought I'd make it to 2025. Well, here it is, right? You know, we still got a lot more to go, right? We got, let me tell you guys what I'm working on, right? So, one of my very good friends, he told me, hey, this is a very, very, very good book. And let me tell you why, and explain to me why it was a very good book. And I was like, damn, that's a really good book. Let me, I'm gonna have to read it, right? It doesn't mean I have to like read it from the book. Although I always buy the book, just so you know, I buy them. Just so you guys know, I have a whole bunch of books I buy and I buy and I buy and I buy, and I never read them. Just so you know, because I feel one day I'm gonna retire and I have all these badass books, and then I'm gonna be able to read them finally. Because I take a lot of action. I take a ton of action, and I'd rather take action than you know, read a book, right? But what I do is I do get on YouTube and I do hear the audiobooks, and when I really want to hear an audiobook, then I will. And so the book is called 10X is Easier Than 2X by Dan Sullivan. And that one I'm gonna, you know, really like try hard to, you know, to hear it in these holidays. If I don't hear it in these holidays, then I eventually will hear it next year, because it's a long. I saw it was like 5 hours, and I was like, man, that's a long, you know, that's a long book. So yeah, I started hearing it today in the morning, and I'm putting aside time for that. I should have more time today to hear it. And that's a book I really want to hear. Like, I really want to see what the guy says. I have a couple other books from Dan Sullivan, so I know he's again, I had to read them. I skipped through them, you know what I mean? But I know he's a really smart guy, man. Like, real powerful guy. And so, but this one I do really want to hear, because I heard the things that, you know, my buddy was saying. And by the way, my buddy's like a real big like syndicator. If I say his name, you look him up, you're like, oh, okay, he's really well known in the industry. But I'm really close friend with him, and he's a really, really smart guy, man. When it comes to self-development, that guy is freaking second to none, man. That guy is freaking powerful, and he really likes his book like a lot. And I'm like, oh, this is one I have to. Before, I used to read a lot of books, by the way, ladies and gentlemen. I used to read them, and then as later on, I started hearing a lot of audiobooks, and it turns out audiobooks works better for me. like there's a way where you can learn better. Each person has a better way to learn, and for me was audiobooks. So you can either like read it, or hear it, or see it on TV, right? There's different ways to, or YouTube. There's different ways to learn really good. And for me, it was audiobooks. Like audiobooks, like I can like grab it really, really good. And so that's why, as my older later years, I started hearing more and more audiobooks instead of reading, because I got less time now, a lot less time now, and even audiobooks is hard for me to hear because I got still a lot of time I gotta do this and this and that. But if I can like hold time, just block off time for the audiobook, I can make sure I can pay attention, right? Because what's the point of hearing it but you're not paying attention? It's like like you're not gonna grab anything from it. So then that's the book I'm gonna work on. And I never really talk about books on here. I just talk a little bit about them, not much. But I'm a guy where it's really, really hard to get to that, because I take a lot of action. Which is the most important thing, by the way. In life, it's all about taking action, getting results. In my opinion, getting that result. Whatever you do to get that result, you make sure you get that shit done, right? That's how I always was my mind. It was like the most important thing is to get the damn result done. But of course, you have to take action to do that. And so that's where I am at. But anyways, now's a really good time to get a lot of things done like that, where you got some time. And like example, right now I'm getting a video done, and I got a video done yesterday. I think it was yesterday or the day before. When it was like harder for me during the week, especially because of the daylight. Again, the daylight. We have some daylight today, and a little cloudy, but it's still very good. I just wanted to share my enthusiasm still after I don't know how many, but let's just call it 20 plus years in the tire shop business. Over 20 years in the tire shop business. Even way more. I was even as a kid, and I didn't count as a kid. Like I grew up. I was a little kid running around and hiding, go seek, and all that. I didn't count all the stuff when I started to organize and all that. Before I started mounting tires at 13, I don't count all that stuff. But I'm still in love with this game. I still love it. And nothing gets me scared of it. I see people doing great, and I think that's awesome. I see people talking smack about the business, and I don't like that. It's like saying, like right now I went to the gym, I got back, right? And I feel great after the gym, and it's like saying, like my boy who's my trainer. I only go get personal trainers, by the way. I find it much better as an older guy finding motivation to go to the gym. You have a trainer, that trainer is waiting for you. You have to go to the gym, right? Because the thing is, you're paying them, and he is there waiting on you because he's making money, right? So you're not gonna go waste his time because he has other guys after you, right? So it's kind of like a disrespectful thing to do, that you don't show up when you're supposed to show up to work out. You show up way later because now you're messing with his time that he could be making money training somebody else. But yeah, let's say you can overlap them, but still that's not the point. The point is that you got to make sure that that you respect everybody's time, including yourself's time. And if you don't, if you're always the type of person always late and all that, that's fine. Those don't mess with other people's time. You know what I mean? It sucks, because I'm one of those guys that always show up early. Every single time I'm gonna do something, I show up early. Always, every single time. And how I do that? I just leave way before the time I'm supposed to be at the place. I'm never right on time. I'm always there early. So, anyways, it's like saying to my trainer, you know, they don't make a lot of money, right? They're personal trainers, like they just make about like average what an average person makes, right? Just like if you have a job, you know, a personal trainer makes about that much, but maybe they don't even report taxes because they can pay cash. I don't know, but you know, you pay cash and it's like, all right, well, at the end of the year you report taxes. I don't know the report taxes, but if you have a W-2 job, you have to report taxes, right? But the point is, like, it's like saying, oh yeah, that business sucks, you know, it's pretty much a business, like, you're self-employed, no, like, you know, they don't make much, you know? It's like, dude, like, so that means, oh yeah, those guys shouldn't deserve to be doing what they do, like, that, I don't know, I don't like that, you know what I mean? So, same thing, that's what they say about us. And so that's what I'm saying, like, I'm not gonna say that to my trainer, I'm not gonna do your job because, like, you know, you don't make much, you know, like, they love it, they have passion in it, they do make a difference. It made a big difference in me with my health and, you know, getting stronger at the gym and all that. So, you know, I'm not saying that they're saying things about like bad what they do. I'm just saying about financially, it's like nothing, you know. So you can't say that about the gym trainers, right? Or anybody else. It's just everybody does different things. It just, you know, that's life. Like, people just prefer to do something that they're comfortable with. Like in my case, I'm comfortable with the tire shop. I'm not comfortable with the wholesaling company that gets really big. You know, like, oh, big ass wholesaling company, tire wholesaler. Because I see and I don't know exactly how it is because I've never done it. But what I see is all of their money goes in there because it just eats it up. All these big containers that cost 100 and something thousand, you gotta buy them, and guess whose money you gotta usually pay with. If you know, if you can't get much credit, or let's just say you get credit, but you still gotta pay that thing off. And by the way, you don't always want to owe. How would it be if you pay your credit line off and not owe, and that's your money now? So it's just like your money's just going in and going in and going in and going in, and for years, like you go your whole life just like burying your money there. And yeah, you're rich, like your freaking income's like over $1 million easy, you know. But it's just like boom, you're making big money though too. I'm not saying, but it's just like that's not me, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna want to spend all my money over there. I'd rather invest in real estate, where one day I will be financially free with real estate. One day I don't have to go to work. I don't have to do none of that. The passive income of real estate is gonna pay for all my bills, and I can go travel the world. I can do anything. I go to the gym every day. It doesn't matter. I don't gotta be all the time working. If I ever don't want to work in my life after that, you know. So that's why I'd rather choose real estate. And I'm really close to that, by the way. I don't know how close I am, but I'm right around the corner. I might be there like this year. I don't know, but like, that is what I want in my life. So that's I want freedom in my life, you know. I don't want to be like rich, where it's like you know, freaking putting all your money. And yeah, when I was younger, that's what I wanted. But when I'm older now, I don't want that. And by the way, if I start a business to try to do that, it's because I'm probably gonna be already retired and bored and like, it's time to go big now, you know. So but number one thing is to be financially free. It's to have freedom, pretty much. It's to have freedom. And then I can try to do something else, you know. So that's just my path, you know. I want, you know, leverage my tire shop to grow my real estate portfolio, and eventually the portfolio gives me freedom. And then after freedom, then I can do whatever I want. If I want to try to become rich, then go for it, you know. If I just don't want to do nothing, then go for it. It's all whatever I want to do at that point. Not Now, when you're in the business, you're forced to put all your money in. You're like, you're forced, like you're freaking forced. Trust me, you're stuck in there, just forcing to grow. But it works. You make a lot of money and all that. But I'm just saying that's not me, you know. So that's why I wouldn't want to be a big tire wholesaler, which makes way more money than me, by the way. I much rather own a small tire shop where I have more movement, more freedom, a little bit more freedom. I have a little bit more peace of mind. I go to sleep every day, great. With the real estate, I go to sleep every day, great. Sleeping, no problem. No stress. In my opinion, I don't have any stress in my life. You know, the body feels different, but I think, I don't know. But in my mind, I don't think I have any stress in my life. Family's great, you know? So that's why I wouldn't want to do one of those stressful businesses. It's just me though, you know, like you do make a lot of money and that's great. But, you know, it just, you know, I'm just saying that tire shop business works better for me. Now, if you would ask somebody like a personal trainer and say, hey, you want to do a tire shop business? Oh, no, man, it seems like too stressful. Got to manage like a couple workers. And what if I don't make money at the end of the week? I got to cough up. No, it ain't for me. You know, the location, how much you got to pay for the location. But you want to be a personal trainer? Oh, yeah, because I have more freedom and I feel more comfortable. Hey, that's great. Like, that's awesome. You know, like, dude, that's perfect. Whatever you want, you know? And I find that's just, you know, that's just life. Like, I'm not trying to be like, oh, ain't no good, you know? No, those guys that think they're all badass. Oh, no, they think they're, forget that, man. Anyway, so then, yeah, so anyways, I'm just going to be wrapping it up. Hopefully you guys being with your loved ones and eating some good food and enjoying Christmas tomorrow, Christmas Day tomorrow. Oh, you Mexicans, we do it tonight. We're like, freaking, let's do that shit tonight. Open up the Christmas. Not even waiting until 12, man. They freaking don't start opening them at 10 o'clock. It's getting too late. Let's just start opening them right now, you know. Hey, nowadays, man, they're starting to open them freaking like the day before. Like, I saw some of my families freaking getting their Christmas already open. Like, what the fuck? I'm like, dude, you're supposed to wait until freaking Christmas Eve at least. Oh, no, it's freaking open up right there on the spot and shit. Like, anyways, so I'll let you guys go and see you guys next time. Mamba out.